If you went onto Facebook in the hours after Boris Johnson was named Britain's new Prime Minister, you might have noticed an ad like this. Or perhaps it was one like this. What you won't have realised is that you were being targeted and tested as part of a giant experiment on British voters. As soon as Boris Johnson was selected, more than 500 similar ads flooded onto Facebook, often showing identical versions of the same thing, with just a few tiny variations. Like these ads. Everything's the same, except for the colours. This one's red, probably for Labour voters, and this one is blue. Not just any blue, but the exact turquoise blue of the Brexit Party. The ads send you to a website with a survey asking what's the most important issue for you and your family right now, which asks for your name, postcode and email. Click submit on that nice red button and you give the Conservatives the right to use your data for marketing, which comes in very handy for, you guessed it, Facebook ads.
The reason for running lots of variations of ads is because you're trying to, essentially, in one sense, trying to find which ones work. So you'll have tiny variants to see, maybe you'll find a few % difference in how those ads are performing. But equally, it might be that those ads are being targeted at different audiences. They might be using different channels. So obviously, Facebook displays through its ad archive all of the ads that are running at the moment. They might be running on Instagram. They might be running on mobile Facebook. They might be running on Facebook.com.
So who are the minds behind this campaign? One key figure is Dominic Cummings, the Prime Minister's newly appointed senior advisor. That's him at Downing Street last night, wearing a T-shirt for a Silicon Valley startup that makes friendly AI. Is this preparation for an election? Who knows, although it does have that air. And one thing's for sure, it raises uncomfortable questions about democratic free choice. This campaign uses micro-targeting, the exact technique which saw Mark Zuckerberg hauled before the US Senate, thanks to its deployment by Cambridge Analytica, a firm repeatedly linked to Vote Leave. You might say, well, all the parties have read it, and that's plainly true, but it doesn't mean it's good for our democratic institutions. Politicians always used to get accused of being two-faced. Now, 500 faces is probably more accurate.